In this video, I will be predicting the 2022-2023 NFL playoffs. My predictions the whole way up to the Super Bowl. From Super Wild Card weekend all the way up to Super Bowl. Here we go. Starting off our first wild card matchup, we got the 49ers going against the Seahawks. Now, it's pretty obvious who's winning that game. The Niners, I have a feeling they'll go all the way to the Super Bowl. Like, they got a Super Bowl caliber roster right there. While the Seahawks, what an interesting season it's been for them. They somehow made the playoffs. No one thought they'd be in the playoffs right now, but they somehow made it happen. With that, I am picking the 49ers to win. And the Saturday night game features two teams that had a remarkable season. The Jaguars, who were the worst team last season and season before, and here they are in the playoffs with Trevor Lawrence. While the Chargers, they didn't charge it. They're actually in playoffs for once. I've been going back and forth with this pick. I've been going back and forth many times. Like, I'm trying to decide between Jaguars and Chargers, and I decided to pick the Jaguars to win this. I just have a feeling that the Jaguars will win. I feel like they're the Bengals of last season, so of that, I'm picking the Jaguars. In our first Sunday matchup, we got an AFC East battle. We have the Bills, who are the favorites of winning the Super Bowl, going against the Dolphins, who have had a late season collapse. And it looks like Tua's not playing in this game. And I'm 100% picking the Bills, because I said at the beginning of the season that either the Bengals or the Bills are winning the Super Bowl. Now I'm riding with the Bills on Sunday at 1 o'clock. At least until my team plays at 8 o'clock. But when it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm riding with the Bills. This is the most unpredictable matchup in the wildcard round. This could go either way. The Vikings have looked very good. The Giants have looked very good. They've made big accomplishments this season compared to last season. And I've been going back and forth with these teams. I've been riding with Giants, Vikings. My final decision, I'm going to pick the Minnesota Vikings to win. Because Kirk Cousins is so icy. And because of that, go Vikings. And then, for Sunday Night Football, we got the unstoppable Roaring Thunder Cincinnati Bengals going against the Baltimore Ravens. And I have high confidence for this game. Bengals, y'all better win this. Do it for Cincinnati. Lamar Jackson is not playing. The offensive line is the biggest concern for this matchup. Regardless of how bad the O-line is, I know Burrow finds a way to win games. And you can never doubt Joe Burrow. So Joe Burrow, destroy the Ravens on Sunday. Please. Do it for Cincinnati. Show the NFL who's the best in the NFL. Show the NFL what you're capable of doing. Bring us back to the Super Bowl. Don't disappoint Cincinnati. We can't let the Ravens underestimate us. Destroy it. Bengals will win. And this may be a blowout or a close one. But Bengals are definitely going to win. Then on Monday, we got Brady and the Bucks going against the one-star Cowboys. And I have a feeling that the Bucks are going to win. Because it's Tom Brady. And playoff Brady is a dangerous Brady to go up against. While the Cowboys, aka one-star Cowboys, they're overrated in the playoffs. And no matter how good they look in the regular season, I have a feeling that they could go one and done in the playoffs. They play like a one-star team in the playoffs. They may look like a five-star team in the regular season, but they remind me of the Bengals of old, where they look good in the regular season but do terrible in the playoffs. So I think Cowboys are going to lose there and the Bucks are going to win. The Cowboys just reminds me of the Bengals of old, where they struggle to win playoff games. And Tom Brady is just too good in the playoffs. With that, I'm taking Tom Brady and the Bucks to win this. Here's the bracket heading into the division round. And now we move on to my divisional round predictions. Starting in the AFC side, we got the number 1 seed Chiefs jealous that they got number 1 seed, taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars, who somehow made it to the playoffs. The Jags, they're a team that surprised us all. And the Chiefs, we know how good they are. I would love to see an upset happen right here, but I'm going with Mahomes. I believe Mahomes is going to pull it off and win it and go to the AFC Championship game for the 5th straight season. Now let's move on to the next matchup. Looking into the NFC, we got the number 1 seed Eagles, who are my opinion are the best team in the league right now, going against Brady and the Bucks. The Bucks have looked horrible this season. They somehow entered the playoffs but under 500, but you can never doubt Tom Brady. The Eagles, they're a hard team to bet against, and I'm picking the Eagles because I have a feeling that the Eagles are going to pull a Philly special, and Brady's gonna think back to this game and be like, man, I should have retired last season. Tom Brady's gonna regret not retiring last season, and the Eagles are gonna tell him why Tom Brady should have retired. So that I'm picking the Eagles. Oh, the matchup that could have been the final Monday Night Football game in the NFL season. But due to Damar Hamlin's incident, both coaches came to the agreement to cancel the game. And I'll admit, I was devastated when I saw it. At first I was like, what was going on? What was going on? But then I realized how tragic it was, and I was like, the coaches made the right choice to cancel the game. I'm glad they did that. I literally went down to his hospital like a few days after it happened, and we were all just praying for him to get well soon. Now, I predicted that the Bengals or Bills would win the whole thing, this whole season. And now I'm picking the Bengals to win, because I want to see Joe Burrow and the Bengals win the Super Bowl. They came so close to winning last season. I remember last season when my team made it there, and we were 2 plays short. Will this be the year to make it back? If not, then it's the Bills. And I really want us to win a Super Bowl ring. Joe Burrow is hungry for that ring. So is Jamar Chase. And everyone in Cincinnati is dying for a Lombardi. And I really want that Lombardi trophy so bad. So Cincinnati, please win and go all the way to the Super Bowl. Do it for Cincinnati. Do it and show the NFL who's the king in football. And the final divisional game in my predictions, 49ers versus the Vikings. And I believe the Niners are going to take down the Vikings and go on to the NFC Championship game, where they'll face the Eagles. That's my prediction right here. Here we are in the Conference Championships. AFC Championship, NFC Championships. Let's get on with these predictions. Starting off with the AFC Championship game. These two teams are battling off for the 2nd straight season in my predictions. Mahomes and the Chiefs versus Burrow and the Bengals. And obviously I'm picking the Bengals to win, going back to the Super Bowl. If this is the Bills, I'll be picking the Bills. Either way, I have Kansas City losing in the AFC Championship game for the 2nd straight season. No Super Bowl for Mahomes. Bengals take the W, going back to the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 57. Now for the NFC Championship game. Niners versus Eagles. This is going to be a fun game to watch. The Niners going against the Eagles, 2 of the best teams in the NFC. The Niners look really good. The Eagles look really good. I have a feeling one of those teams are going to go to the Super Bowl and lose. I'm going to pick the 49ers to make the Super Bowl and play the Bengals once again. The Niners are playing us once again. It's going to rematch with 2 Super Bowls we've had against them back in the 80s. And with that, the Niners go Super Bowl. And now, the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 56. The Bengals, back-to-back AFC champions, taking on the 49ers, NFC champion, 5-time Super Bowl champion. This is going to be a rematch after 2 Super Bowls that happened back in the 80s. Both times, the Niners won the game. But I see something different happening this time. Last season, the Bengals were 2 plays short of winning the Super Bowl. The Niners were 1 game away from making the Super Bowl. We almost had the Super Bowl matchup last season. And this season, we're going to get this matchup. And you know who I'm picking here. Both teams have looked excellent this season. The Niners currently have the longest winning streak in the NFL. The Bengals, they've won 8 straight games. They haven't lost a game since Halloween. This is going to be a really entertaining Super Bowl to see. And I hope we get this Super Bowl matchup if we make the Super Bowl. I think this will be a fun matchup to watch in the Super Bowl. Or Bengals and Eagles. That game's going to be fun too. And the winner of Super Bowl 57 goes to the Cincinnati Bengals. That's right. Joe Burrow wins his first ever Super Bowl ring, and the Bengals win their first ever Super Bowl Lombardi trophy. That's right. Go Bengals. Bengals all the way. They win the Super Bowl. We win the Super Bowl. Cincinnati finally wins the Super Bowl ring. Let's go. And there is my NFL playoffs prediction. Here's my full playoff bracket. Let me know in the comments how you think about this bracket and who you think will make the Super Bowl. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give us a like if you love it. Comment down the Bengals if you think they will make the Super Bowl. Comment go Bengals if you think we'll make it the Super Bowl. Other than that, thank you all for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.